Hello, on Cattery, we're playing Final Fantasy XVI, the first playthrough. We're headed to another area. We're in the Dhalmekia Republic. Gonna continue the story.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
This one.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
The ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. We can't let them.
I'll go. You catch your breath. Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in
Another survivor?
his wounds were...
He was right to send you. Those things. Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there. In Kosnis when you killed my brothers.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath?
I know how hard they are to keep.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are...
Man,
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will.
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master. You seem...
you must have...
Wait.
Son of a whore. I was there.
My war with Hugo...
And what of my...
Fine.
For Titan!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you.
For what? The sins of your master.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your...
Man,
I am nothing like you. Just know.
had a chance, Cid.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits. It's within.
Here, take a look at my wares. Anything else? A fine choice. Anything else? Ah, not bad. It's a deal. Ah, not bad. Got anything else for me?
Yes, the finish is
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Kanver. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Kanver is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Kanver with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city.
her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is... Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figuratively,
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted. In Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast. Now, that would bring me that beast's skin and...
All right.
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tove, I eagerly await you.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a kanver, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Ah, Lord Rosfield. I'm afraid I cannot stay to talk. I must leave to collect the reports of our spies in the field.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
surrounded.
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed. It's back the way you came.
Straight home now. Peace at last.
Ready, go? Faster!
That'll do, girl. There's still plenty of fighting in yet.
That's it.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to mine. Over here! This one. Get him! Over here! Over here! Local! And then there was one.
wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have enough. So empty their pockets.
Over here! A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew. Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though, do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. This is hide unlike any I've had the pleasure of handling.
Here, take a look at my wares. Anything else? Of course. Take care.
You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home.
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. The answers I seek lying, would you to an old man?
Climb the step.
And memorize a few inscriptions. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into... 3 of them, to be precise. I'm here in the hope that those, namely, the otherwise undocumented...
I can't promise I'll remember it.
Remember what you can.
How are those new boots treating you?
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Kanver, and the rest of the boxes to Dhalmekia.
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. Let's start with...
The great...
Take...
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of... I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have...
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most...
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last, but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals.
The free cities under siege?
Let's go.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
Over here! Kill! Ah! This one! Ah!
That's better.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry. I trust you wrapped up warm.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally...
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, but is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since...
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, but there are those among us who cannot fight. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway? That they might live, even should Lostwing die.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Everyone, Quinten has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Cid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinten. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinten.
Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a... They don't stand a chance again. They're all gonna fucking die!
No. Cid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinten die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this man?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven all he could...
Promise us, Cid.
Faster!
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quinten, are you all right?
No. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question or...
This must be the guard dog, Quinten. I'll hold it off.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Get him! Wake up! This one! Over here! Get him! arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from it just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains. It was all for this. But what is? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost.
Quinten.
Master Quinten! Oh.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. And it's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool!
Damn it.
It's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
Over here! All yours, torgal. Over here! Quinten! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here! Enough! I need to get back to Quinten. Quinten! Quinten! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quinten. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is... I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we...
I thought you weren't coming back, but I prayed, and can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quinten. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and...
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they felt Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinten we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinten will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking...
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting.
I look forward to it.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. A village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, of course, but the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges.
And you've been looking to buy?
Precisely.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless sort...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed?
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock, and even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft.
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it. This must have been a nice place once.
And it will be again.
Over here! Get him! Over here! Over here! Torgal, kill! Brutal! Get him! Over here! Brutal!
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat. Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give...
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, but enough about him.
It's done.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her. She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. Eloise, I just got back.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. I suppose it's to be expected, but we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well...
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attack? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay, but we ain't got nowhere for them to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build them a new barracks here if I could, but where would I put them? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, but there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space, and that's what I was hoping you might help.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool? It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there, and may victory await our coming.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place or face the consequences.
Wake and win! This
That's the end of that then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashic in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will. my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, not if it's food or lumber or...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to.
We're gonna end it here. The next video we're gonna go to the 3 cities of Kanver. Did some side quests. Thank you for watching. Wish you all well. See you in the next video.